What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Amir's Pickleball, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the brand new 6-0 Black Opal. So without further ado, let's see if this paddle is right for you. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about the price of this paddle. So this paddle actually retails at $250, but I do know online there is a ton of discount codes, which is gonna bring it down to $225. All right, guys, so on screen, I'm gonna put some quick specs for you guys. So you guys are more than welcome to pause and look at those. But something quick to note is that this is a hybrid shape and it is a 14 millimeter paddle. And also this is a Gen 4 core, so it is utilizing foam, and they are calling this the G4 core. And apparently this has taken 2 years of R&D to get done. All right, let's jump into what you guys really wanna know about, the performance of this paddle. All right, so for control, I can see this paddle being really hard to dial in for most people, especially on resets and drops. It did take me a while to get this dialed in, but now it is definitely manageable for me. And honestly, it isn't about popping up the ball too much, which most people would think. If we look at the boomstick, for instance, very large sweet spot, but was hard to control, not because of dead spots, but more so because every spot you hit on the paddle launches the ball too much and you have pop-ups. But with this one, I feel that that's not the case. It's really that you want to try to hit the sweet spot because you're not getting any power on the sides here because the sweet spot is so small. So yeah, it's not really about pop-ups, but it's more so like dumping the ball into the net. So what I ended up doing after a few sessions is putting some tungsten tape. This is 0.5 grams per inch, and I did that on the 3 to 9 position. And it did help out a little bit, but it didn't completely solve the problem of the sweet spot being small. All right, guys, so for power, this paddle is at the top of the high power category, just about as powerful as you can legally get. Drives, overheads, volleys, and flicks feel amazing. It is seriously very satisfying playing aggressive with this paddle. Obviously, with the great amount of power comes at a price of hitting the ball too long or too wide at times, but this can also be dialed in. Honestly, this wasn't too big of a problem for me. I have been used to high power paddles like the GX2 Power and the Luz Cannon. This one is definitely more powerful, but for some reason, I didn't have too much of a problem with spraying the ball too wide or too long, but it's just something to think about. Last but not least, let's talk about spin. Spin is elite. The ball shaping capabilities with this paddle is definitely top tier. This paddle is actually using a new technology called the Diamond Tough Face Material, which uses industrial grade diamonds to self-heal the carbon fiber. I believe this was done since usually carbon fiber initially wears down quite a bit, but the diamond helps counteract this behavior, and 6-0 is promising 3 to 4 times more longevity than standard carbon fiber. So to give you guys a basic summary about the performance, drives, serves, overheads feel strong, consistent, and powerful, and the paddle delivers great spin. Singles play also felt very good overall. However, the paddle's small sweet spot caused major issues. Off-center hits resulted in big drop-offs in power and frequent balls dumping right into the net. This especially affected my dinking, resets, and counters, which were inconsistent throughout my sessions. Disclaimer, this can easily be because I'm only a 3-5 level player, and I feel if you are a 4-5 or a 5-0 level player, you might have a better time with this paddle, but that still doesn't negate the fact that the sweet spot is very tight. I do want to mention, I still won most of my matches with this paddle. I don't play my worst pickleball with this paddle. I will say that I play pretty well with this paddle. There's definitely more good than bad, for me at least, and I just feel that the paddle didn't hold me back too much. But the unforgiving sweet spot is very frustrating, and I think most people should try out this paddle before settling on it. So definitely go to Pickleball Central and purchase this paddle there, because you will have a 30-day free trial with the paddle. I will say I am really wanting to love this paddle, but the punishing off-center performance remains easily the biggest drawback with this paddle, and I am still trying to dial that in. On a more positive note, whenever I am on fire, I really feel unstoppable with this paddle. If you can consistently hit this sweet spot, you are absolutely gonna love this paddle. I know I keep bringing up this sweet spot problem, and just to give you guys an idea of how severe this is, If you hit pretty much anywhere that's not yellow, that ball seriously would die off. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So yeah, anything that's not yellow, like right here, especially over here, the ball literally just dies. I have never played with a paddle like this, but yeah, it's pretty much just gonna be a very tight sweet spot. If you can hit the center, you're gonna love it. But if you don't, it's gonna be so frustrating. And with that being said, I think everybody should try out this paddle before settling on purchasing it. You are seriously gonna either love or hate playing with this paddle. All right guys, that wraps up today's review. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.